So let's talk about money, or as Jerry Maguire says, show me the money. So a lot of us, let's be honest, are in business, and it's a speaking business. And part of the speaking business is getting paid. But how many of you do have set terms and conditions with regards to your payment? One of the things I absolutely love about this business, and it's one of the things that I think is really, really clever about it, is that there's no cash flow issue in reality because you get paid before you speak. And if you're not getting paid before you speak, then you need to rethink that, because actually clients will pay you before you speak. Why will they pay you before you speak? Because they want you to hold the date, they don't want you to give it to anybody else, and they want you to prepare. So how would you do that? How do you negotiate that? And actually, I should put a caveat in, because when I'm talking about clients, I'm talking about corporate clients. These are the clients that we work with. But you'll find that most people will be happy to pay you in advance, if not 100%, at least 50%. As a speaker bureau, part of our service to speakers is to get the full fee in advance of the event. And many speakers will work with us because that in itself is enough of an incentive to say, actually, I don't need to worry about it. I don't need to worry about how on earth I'm going to get set up as a supplier with this particular corporate who has a 180-day payment terms, when actually I would like the money to be in the account before I step on the plane or go anywhere and know that it's secure, because that's what we do. We will get the money in. And I think 99.9% of the time we are successful with that. On occasion, we will negotiate where it's a long-term relationship or a very special client. But that's what we do. And what are our terms of payment? When a client books, we want 50% deposit. Until we have that 50% deposit, they're not allowed to advertise the speaker. Let me say that to you again. They are not allowed to say that that speaker is speaking at their event until the deposit has landed. That's important. Many clients will use speakers' names, especially bigger names, more well-known names, or real industry experts, to attract people. They should be paying for that. So 50% on signing. We usually give them 14 days grace, actually, to be fair, because they have to set us up in the system, get it through, PO, blah, blah, blah. You know the deal. Then the balance, for us, we want the balance 30 days before. However, many of the London Speaker Bureau group of companies want the balance 90 days before. That's all well and good if somebody's actually booked that far in advance, but I'm finding these days the lead times are shorter. But so what we will do is we will have the money in advance of the event, and then the speaker is relaxed and assured that when they go, they're not going to have an issue. Now, what is the guarantee on the other side to the client? Why will they pay 100%? They're going to be thinking, well, what if the speaker doesn't turn up? What if something goes wrong? What if they miss their plane? What if they get ill? All of these things can happen. So what we do is we have an escrow account, or a client account, whatever you want to call it, but we hold the fees in a different account. We don't use it. It's not part of our fees at all. They don't belong to us. That money does not belong to us until the event is over. And then a portion of that money is the speaker's, and our commission percentage is ours, but not until the gig is done. And obviously there's a little bit of leeway there. We normally pay speakers between 7 and 14 days after the event, because if the client says, listen, the speaker turned up late, they were drunk, they swore, they didn't stick to the brief. Doesn't happen with our speakers, of course, but there can be times where there might be a problem. So we always allow that little bit of time. Fortunately, it rarely happens. I would touch some wood, but there's none to touch here, because we work with professionals. Our clients are professional, our speakers are professional, and we're professional. But anyway, to summarize, do have some payment terms. If you don't have a contract and you would like one, if you'd like to use our terms and conditions, you can actually go to speakingbusiness.com and download the contract we use. And believe me, our contracts are tried and tested. So if you want to dot all the I's and cross all the T's, go and get one of those. Meantime, I hope this was helpful. Make sure you get paid.